What is up, Joe? Never listened to the music long enough to hear that drop, man. Hey, that song kind of bangs. Just sending out invites right now. Giving a couple of minutes for people to come on in. We'll see what happens. I did mute notifications so that I don't accidentally freaking close this space. I know you got that football party going on. How are them Lions doing? They killing it or nah?
Bro, I really don't watch football. I don't know. I have no idea. I told you my wife's having a football party. I told her I cooked nachos for her. I cooked, made a plate, sat down, ate a big old plate. Lions were winning, and then I went in the kitchen and cleaned it all up, so I didn't have to be in there watching football with her and all the women.
I feel you. I feel you. I just did a couple of dishes right now. Wife cooked dinner a while back. I said, or a little while ago, I washed dishes and got everything settled in before I started the space.
Very nice. So, how'd you do overall Saturday?
I ended. Well, I should have took your advice and not put any money on Johnny Walker. I would have been on that +8 unit roll, but we ended 7.5. You know, I didn't put a lot on Walker because his odds were so damn juicy.
Yeah, he was. I just felt like they gave him at the bookies did their job. They gave him at such an odds that people couldn't resist it. Even people who are like, "Ah, oh, fuck it, Johnny Walker sucks." No, 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 no. They seen them odds and they were like, "But I think I could play him for half a unit." And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, stop it. You're already winning. Just stop
What do
it.
you mean
Like,
by
I just
half a unit?
half a
So
unit. So like, you can go ahead, Usman. You tell him what a unit is.
So a unit, I mean, logically should be 10% of your betting bankroll. So if you have, and I'm not good at math, I got to run through my numbers multiple times, but I believe I got this right. If you have $10,000 in your betting account, your unit size would be $100. Did I get that right? Sounds about
Okay,
right,
I get
right?
it now.
No, actually, so a unit by by the book standards, like when you read gambling books, like a unit would be 1%.
1%.
1% of your bank. Yep. So if you had $1,000 in your account, your unit size would be $10. So basically, the idea there is that you give yourself such a big bankroll that even if you hit a bad skid, you should be able to recover and then be profitable.
I
And
see.
that
I learned
and
something
then
today.
different disciplines would be like like I never put more than 5 units on a card or 10 units on a card. No matter how good I feel about it, I figure out how to put 10 units on the card. Like that could be a discipline. But then you break it down from there. It also lets guys who bet $10 units and guys who bet $100 units and guys who bet $500 units all talk comparatively to see how they're doing betting, because just because somebody bets more than you doesn't mean they're a better than you, and just because somebody bets less than you doesn't mean you shouldn't tail them. So like it's just a way to track without the dollars in the way, because sometimes you can see a guy placing 10 or 20 or $50,000 bets all the time, and you feel like if you're a guy that's betting by $10 or $20 at a time, like, oh man, like I guess I ain't shit. It doesn't mean he's a better than you. It just means he bets at a larger rate than you do. Like, or not even larger rate, like larger scale. So like if you're in our chat, bro, there's dudes in there whose units are a few $100 a piece, bro. Like when you see Dravi post, he's got 5 units on something, bro. I don't know where his unit size are at right now, but bro, if he's got 5 units on somebody, he's probably got $1,500 fucking dollars on him. And then like baby usually seems to bet $100 at a time, and his max bet seems to be $10,000. I've never seen him drop more than 10 grand. So you would assume D Baby sitting on about $100,000 of betting money. I don't know that he is or isn't, but by if he's betting at
Mm-hmm.
unit proportion, that would be his max bet, 10% of your bankroll. And he's betting $100 at a time. I don't know what his bankroll looks like. It could be way bigger, way smaller. I'm just throwing out there guys in the chat. But the reason I bring it up is because it lets you talk to them without the dollar signs getting you
That's
confused.
amazing. But see, this is why I'm here in this space with two of the greatest fathers of Twitter spaces.
I take that as a compliment, D.
You bet. You got it.
So, how many fights did you bet, Usman? So for me, wait, hold on, bro. You know what? I had more problems getting in and out of my fucking DraftKings account, bro. It makes me want to not bet with them anymore. I have that much problems getting in and out of the account, bro. Like it fucking drives me crazy. And then I know the password, and then it makes me reset the password, and I use the same ass password, and it's like, okay, I got to do that shit like every fifth time I log in. I can't stand it anymore. So I basically broke even on the night, which to me is winning. I came out ahead by like 1 unit, but I don't know. That seems wrong to me, bro. I swear. Let me go. What was my account at before? I
So,
don't.
for the plays that I gave out, we went a clean 5 for 5, which is beautiful. You love to see it. But you know me, I'm a degenerate. I gotta have action on every single fight. So for my official record, I went 7-13 on the night, up 7.5 units, and it was a good night, man. It was a good night. Hitting a couple of doubles on certain fights, whether it be the prop or the over or just the money line. We saved our we saved our ass from putting too much money on the first two parlays that got killed by Nolan in the second fight.
I have a question. Like, how much did everyone lose on that fight?
Way too much.
That's too
Like
bad.
that's something nobody can answer. Like shit, man. I put half a unit on a 10 leg that was going to give me, let's say, 20 units, 21 units, actually. And it was all thrown away because I added minus 355 Thomas Nolan on there.
Damn.
So,
Now you make me feel bad that I picked Moda.
no, I mean, good on you. I know you say you save your money for the classes, man, but you be hitting at a good rate. So props to you.
Thanks.
So where I slipped was literally breaking the discipline, bro. So like I have good betting rules and I understand good betting strategy in MMA. I just don't like the slow movement. I'm not the guy, bro. So like I know, don't bet parlays. Nah, this one's for show. Bro, just fucking skip it. Yeah, but I'm just gonna take all my picks in case they all hit and I'm just gonna parlay them so that way I get the big cat. No, 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 no. Don't bet parlays. And I did it. I was like, I'm gonna start 2024. I'm gonna stay the fuck off the parlays. I'm gonna quit playing scratch off lotto tickets with sports betting. So, anyways, I lost my Basharat Van Nolan parlay, which cost me a unit and a fucking half. And then I hit the Van one, and then I lost the fucking Nolan money line. So, like, Nolan cost me 3 units on the night, basically, and it would have only been one and a half. But I fucking played the parlay like a dumbass. And, like, I'm going to say it just like that. I played the parlay like a dumbass, bro. Like, I don't, whatever.
I mean, the parlays give you the sweat and they give you them jitters. So I'm actually proud of myself that I only went 3 parlays deep on the night and took one home. So and that one seemed to save me and Dead Picks ass. So I was real happy to give it out. Trace, come on, you know you got to put your hands up. You a boy.
Sorry, boy. I was get a hit in real quick. I don't know what Joe's talking about, brother. My man Usman gave out a fire ass 3 leg parlay live on the fucking chat last night. That cash for plus 400, man. He gave me another 4 units on the night. Thank you, Usman. Thank you, my brother.
What
Appreciate you.
was it? What
Appreciate you.
was it?
It was over 1.5 on the semi fight. Over, I got it
Okay.
right here just to be sure. Over 1.5 on the semi fight. Over 1.5 on the Arlovsky fight, and over 1.5 on the Gabriel Benitez fight.
Mm.
Right
Uh
about plus 390 was what I got on bet online on live. So fucking
see,
it was a sweet parlay.
I had most of those. I had two of those plus the Miller fight to go decision in my shit, but I still didn't parlay it. So like, I don't know. Just for
Like I
steady
said on the
movement.
breakdown, man, for the Jim Miller fight, I said I didn't understand why the KO prop was so cooked when he's mostly a submission fighter. I put 2 units on him at plus 350 for a for submission. Then I took a half unit and put it on round three submission for plus 2600, and I also had 3 units on Jim Miller money line at plus or minus 146. Was a little late to that line, but dude, Jim Miller made me some bankroll last night, boys.
How much? Where'd you finish Saturday night? You don't mind me asking, like
Plus
units
20
up
units.
or down?
Plus 20, baby. I was at plus 20 units.
Man, I gotta
Hey,
get that bat tracking system up. We should have. Man, I gotta get that together. That's a badass night, Trace.
Oh, hey, I owe it all to Jimmy, my boy Jimmy fucking Miller, as he wants to be introduced at UFC 300 by Bruce Buffer.
Honest to God, funny story is my whole youth. That's how I used to introduce myself. So like, then people just started saying it like I was Joe fucking White because there was two Joe Whites, bro. Like one lived a couple miles away from me. So like I don't know, just a weird thing. So like I hope they do it for him. I feel a little related on it, and I hope they do it for his old ass.
around my parts, it's Ana Maria. There's 17 Ana Marias that I went to school with, and we had to figure out a
17?
different. No, I'm kidding, but there was maybe about like five. That's
Still
that's
alive.
that's just the name. But so yeah,
Was
we
that
talked.
Nina and the Pinta there too?
We talked. We're already jumping into that second fight. One line that I definitely want to talk about for the main event. I'm assuming we're just gonna work our way down here. Was fight ends in KO round two plus 360. That was easy money right there.
Wait a minute, bro. Which fight are you on?
Main event.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So for Magomed, wait, is this a Magomed? No, no, no. Just a second, just a second. My bad. Yeah, I mean, Ankalaev wins by TKO minus 195. That was pretty good money right there. And then Ankalaev wins in round two plus 400. Like I was just a little too scared to hit that over, even though it was screaming at me. But like Ankalaev wins round two KO plus 400. Like there was a lot of money to be made on that KO line last night.
Yeah, I didn't hit the KO. I hit the fight to go the distance, no, and I hit the Ankalaev money line for sure. Man, Dione Barbosa just jumped in here. I didn't get a chance to get on the mic. I would have greeted her. She might have grabbed the mic for a minute or not, but she follows me. I follow her. She's pretty cool.
Awesome, awesome. I didn't see. I was over here looking at these lines.
Oh,
You know
that's
what the craziest thing about that performance last night is that even though it was a knockout, it's still Uncle Live is just it's just a forgettable performance. It's just he doesn't stand out, man. He's a technician, he's a sniper, he's got a good IQ, but he is just not fun to watch.
I think it's the name like that that's been linked to his name, so people already go into fights and come out of fights with those ideas in their head. And then fucking Johnny Walker really steals the show even when he gets knocked out because he looks like a damn goofball, and everybody makes memes about that too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Johnny Walker, so I'll just leave it at that.
But yeah, I mean,
I think he's a nice guy. So wait, that's not fair. I think Johnny Walker is a really nice guy, and I have no issue with him. He's probably be a really nice guy to talk to. Um, I don't really like. I don't know. Like I don't like moments that he has. Like the only thing I can describe it like to try and explain it to old school fans is the same shit I didn't like about Fabricio Verdum, I don't like about Johnny Walker. Like he's got that little bit of goofy to him, and there's nothing wrong with it, bro. I can't rock with it. I don't like it. I don't like people who act like that. So like I just can't fuck with it.
John Dodson too.
John Dodson. Yeah, I think it's the like
It should be serious. They don't. If you feel like they're not taking it serious in a fight, you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
was
like
about to
instead
say
of
that.
instead of wasting that energy acting goofy, you should be trying to figure out how to put your opponent to sleep. But you're wasting your energy just trying to be rememberable, not for being the best you can be.
Ben Rothwell with his laugh and all that, like it's just, I was gonna say the same thing. It's like obviously they take their career serious, but it seems like they're not taking it serious. And I mean, I get that. That's why Johnny Walker's become that goofball, even when he gets knocked out. But we hit that co-main event pretty good. I mean, I got the plus 350 submission. Trace destroyed it with that round three submission. Jim Miller closed at minus 159, man. That for a lot of us that knew that he was the side, that was great value, man. To use the word, that was great value at minus 159 because it didn't look like he was going to lose any of those rounds going into the scorecards if it made it there either.
No, I thought, bro. I'll be honest. I really thought Miller. I thought it was going the distance, and I started like I don't know, licking my choms, bro. Like it was gonna be a good night. Like I was at the point where I had done all my math, and I'm like, all right, for sure, I'm not losing because Ank's not losing, fight's not going the distance. I did all my math where I was sitting, and I'm like, man, I'm fine, and I know Miller's got it in the bag. But if Miller could get the decision win, bro, it'd have been a like plus 5 or 6 unit night for me. So little bum that he got the finish. I like Jim. I'm happy for him, but you could have just fucking went to distance for me, bro.
No, and then I had that half unit on submission, and the whole time I was thinking, damn, like Joe probably hit this perfect. He's playing it safe. He's taking advantage where he can, and looks like we're gonna get a decision. I was already counting, saying, "Well, I got the money line. I put it on the money line, so at least I'm gonna get a win here." But I definitely thought it was gonna go to decision too, man.
You know, the bitch for me was I don't know if you heard me. I guess like struggling with it, but I knew that either the fucking Ricky Simone fight or the fucking Jim Miller fight. I don't know why I'm swearing so much, man. I knew either the Ricky Simone fight or the Jim Miller fight was going to end by submission. I just knew it. I'm like, no, one of them has to end by sub, and I didn't hit either one of them. And I in the space, I said, yeah, I might drop a few pennies on the sub here, and then I said, nah, man, I'm gonna do it on Jim Miller because that's probably where it's at. And then when I was placing my slips, bro, and then even live, because I heard you say it, I think during I heard you guys talking about it before the fight loaded up. I don't bet against myself, bro. And I'm like, nah, I bet the decision. I'm not betting the sub. So when the sub hit in the third, bro, I was like, man, I was not miserable because I don't get down. I don't even get upset about bets. But man, if I had a ticket in my hand, I'd have thrown it on the floor. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and that's what you call a perfect segue because I did end up hitting a submission for both of those fights. I think it was Trace and I that were talking about it in the live space yesterday. Ricky Simone by submission, fucking the odds were too juicy, man. Plus 825. I mean, not Ricky Simone. Mario Batista by submission plus 825. I put a quarter of the unit on that hoe, thinking that it was gonna pay out hella good for 2.5 units, and no dice, no dice. It was a good, great fight though.
Oh, that was a real good fight.
It was.
A
Yo,
unit.
he emerged. He emerged as a contender after that fight, man. Like he's legit. Like we now know he can contend with them top guys. I mean, I know Ricky's only 13, but he's been up there. He's fought some of the better guys in the division. He's fucking it, dude. He's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I had a unit on Bautista just money line at plus 145, and that was great. But looking back at it, and I knew this was because everybody all week was saying Bautista can't win a decision. Bautista can't win a decision. And I was making the case that it was going to be a 30-27 when it came to the end of the fight. I knew that he could win by decision, and Bautista wins by decision, closed at plus 375. That one, we had a great night, but that one kind of hurt knowing fuck I could have hit that one too.
Yeah, so like I'll be honest. For me, I don't I don't get upset about bets I miss. I don't really catch feelings about it. What irks me is when I flip flop on it for myself, like that sub. Like I'm like, man, it's got to be live. And then I actually went and looked at the Batista sub more because I thought that would be live. Like that's the one I ran back a little tape on. I wanted to see. I just wanted to see some defensive stuff, and then I'm like, no, it's not there. Because in the pre-tape space, I believe I was talking about that it's there, and I might have even been talking about it on Friday too, because it was Saturday morning before I placed some of my bets, and um, I had went back and looked at it, bro, and I'm just like, it's not there. And I knew, I'm like, man, it's Jim Miller's gonna get it. And I had already placed my decision bet. I had placed my decision bet the night before. Like, I don't know if I told you guys, I loaded some bets and then came back because I'm not in a rush, bro. I don't really care about my lines. I'm enjoying the movement for the movement, but my struggle, my what irritates me is when I knew it was one or the other and I get it wrong. And I'm not talking about this guy wins or that guy wins. When you're like, it's the full distance, and then you're like, no, it's the sub. No, it's the distance. No, it's the sub. I don't bet against myself, bro. I could have bet against myself and cashed up. Whatever.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this next fight when it comes to Haas versus Bruno. It's like
I
m-
hit
uh,
fight to go the distance. No, minus 1100. Yay.
well, I was gonna read off some lines. Under 1.5 minus 249. On Bet Online here, it says that it closed. Fight ends inside the distance minus 700. So you could have got a little bit more juice for your squeeze there, but you're still hitting a minus 700. And Fiera wins inside the distance minus 125. That cannot be right. I'm looking at these numbers here. But also, Fiera wins by TKO KO plus 110.
That is adorable.
Man, you said plus what on the Fiera knockout?
Fiera knockout right here. I'm looking at it for closing lines by TKO KO plus 110.
That's like impossible in my opinion. Like
I don't
how
know.
was that not minus, like how was that not chalk money, bro? Like I'm not trying to be the know-it-all and being dead serious. How was that not chalk money? Like if that was the clear path if Phil Haas was gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm looking at here. I'm trying to also look at Fiera wins in round one KO plus 215. It's like once again, and this is what we had talked about when we had that space when no fights were on, and we said about just looking for the most obvious lines out there. like the most high outcome, and just putting some sprinkles, putting some pennies on it, because right there you put in a half a unit that was going to give you a full unit back off your bet, man. So yeah, that one had to be one of the most easily bet fights of the night, I think.
Yeah, you would think it had a lot of action on it, but at plus money, it probably didn't see as much as we think. The next fight, though, can we lead into that one? Because this fight sucked.
For
Yo,
sure.
boys, I'm about to head out. Y'all have a good night. I gotta go to sleep. I got to work in the morning.
Hey, Trace, thanks for getting in here, bro.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, Trace.
Y'all have a good night, boys.
Do the same, bud. We'll see you this week.
You know that guy just came to brag about his Jim Miller round three
Plus
sub.
20 units. He
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
be here if he was -5. He'd have been like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
But yeah, Andre Arlovsky, man. Andre Arlovsky versus Waldo Costa. That was the easiest money was at -140 over 1.5, man. That was, I don't know why they even gave us the 1.5 line. I very much appreciate it because I did hit the 1.5 on the parlay. I hit it straight, and I even got it at -135 here. And then Waldo by decision.
All right. So I played it because this is how I wrote it. So I played it over 1.5. When it was set at the 1.5, and that wasn't the alt, and I got it at -135, I'm like, nice. But I also wrote fight goes the distance one at plus 180. I thought that was a given. Uh, my only worry was actually that they would both be so gassed in the third that one of them just kind of gave up. We've seen that with some heavyweight fights. I really worried that both of them would have been like Chase Sherman gassed at the end. So I didn't want to. I don't know. I didn't. Whatever. I was a little worried about it, but I bet fight to go the distance, and then I thought the split was live at plus 800. No big deal that didn't hit. But bro, I had Arlovsky in that fight. Listen, I'm not crying. Bets that don't cash or bets that don't cash. Who gives a shit, right? Bro, Arlovsky got fucked. He won that fight.
That
Like,
is definitely going to be one where we hold. I think we'll try. Rhino's in here listening. I'm going to float the idea out, but we do a quarterly like robbery decision show on a Sunday. I think that's one that we'll definitely have to visit after the first quarter because me holding that Waldo ticket, I thought that I was losing. I thought he was doing a little bit too much humping in the air. Um, to get that win, and he took it, so I ain't mad. I'm happy about it, but shit, I was kind of a little mad too because I wanted Losky and you to win on that one.
yeah, and like I wasn't bitching, like I wasn't throwing tickets mad or nothing, but I was just like, bro, for Lofsky, old in his career, like he got fucked. I wanted, I like Lofsky. He's getting old. You want to see him be able to keep fighting, and I just felt like this late in his career, that kind of screws him more than just taking a win out of him. Like it, it screws them a little more than that. So like beyond the bets, I still cash money on the bet. I still cash money on the fight. I hit a plus 180. I hit a -135 for a unit and a half a unit. I only lost half a unit on Arlovsky and a quarter unit on the split decision. So like I wasn't angry or nothing. I just felt like, man, Arlovsky earned that. He should have got it. Bro, I just got my file system reorganized here. I wish I would have got our predictions because if you want, I could start typing out show type stuff like that. If you because you're gonna need to keep track of that. That's gonna be one you want to revisit. If you're right, if you're gonna do a quarterly show, you should track that one and then see if it was the worst one. It also give us a list at the end of the year to go back and write as a thread. Um,
For sure, good idea,
because
man.
I'm
And
starting to keep lists. We got that meet tomorrow. I got a couple lists I want to start for there. So we got the Trello too, bro. So you could transfer it over there, or if you got a computer or a tablet and you can open it, whatever. You can
Yeah,
use
no,
that Trello however you want, man.
definitely something that we'll talk about tomorrow. But just to go back to these lines, man, you said you got plus 180 for fight goes the distance. Over here it's listing it as plus 220. I scroll down and I look at the Waldo by decision, something that I scored and hit at plus 350. You know, I put my bets in right before the fight starts. Over here, it has it listed at plus 300. So I know we were a little flabbergasted about that Bruno Fiera knockout. It might have been a little more juicy than fucking what we just saw it at, man. So once again, fucking missing lines that are clearly obvious.
Collier got his just desserts with that net decision last night. That was Arlovsky getting his karma from the Collier fight for real. It does suck though.
All right.
Next
Semi.
one, yeah, Semi and Parsons. Semi and Parsons. The only thing I think I hit on this one was the over 1.5. I'll have to look
Easiest
back.
crack of the night, bro. Easiest over of the night. Well, no, the Basharat was probably the easiest over of the night. So the second easiest over of the night. There was nothing else to bet. In my opinion, that fight was bet the over, take what money you can get on it, and move on.
Yeah, and that's why that was the a core piece of that parlay that I handed out yesterday because I Semi hits hard, just not hard enough to knock anybody out. And I even said it right before the fight started. I said this is going to be a great spot for live betting Semi after the first round because Preston is going to come out here and get them takedowns and steal a little control time. I didn't think Preston was going to win a submission or get a submission, especially that early. But I thought that was his only way to win, if that makes sense. Because I was on fucking Semmelsberger and he went ahead and gave us a nothing burger and fucked us over.
Yeah. Yep. No, I bet the over, and that was it for me. I didn't have faith in either one of them guys to do anything but stand there.
McGee versus Gaston. I went ahead. This was one of those where I put my balls on the line. I said, "Fuck it." 3.8 units, almost four full units on Marcus McGee at minus 236 because by that time I was chasing after that stupid Nolan parlay that I went ahead and put 1.5 units on.
I already had the McGee easy cap, half a unit for McGee, and half a unit for fight to go the distance. No, I was. I do like to separate it from the fighter. Like if I'm doing a volume betting, which I knew I was going to do for this card, I like to separate it because even though it screws you not to have it sometimes, it can save you in the case of an upset. I should have done it. I should have done it in the Tom Nolan fight. I should have separated the money line and the knockout because that was how I seen it coming, and I didn't. I played the whole 1-5 unit on his money line because I was being lazy, not even because it was a great line, because I was being lazy, and and didn't place the bet. I walked away and came back. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I should have separated it. So I like separating it from the fighter, and I should have did that there. But I separated it. So I hit the fight goes the distance, no, and I hit McGee. I thought those were both pretty safe bets. I didn't feel like I was risking.
Yeah, we had a couple of snipers in the group chat talking about McGee by KO. That cashed at plus 250 according to this website on Bet Online plus 250. And then like I said, some snipers went ahead and hit that KO round two plus 850, and I was giving props to Gaston Bolonis for taking some of these heavy shots, but hindsight's 2020. He got caught with so many right hooks in that first round. It was inevitable that KO was going to come.
Yeah, I scratched the first round on that one, and I was so glad after watching, seeing the first round end. I was so glad I didn't bet it because I had considered McGee first round KO. I knew that would go the way it was, and anybody that heard me talk about Gaston knew I thought that's how that was going to go.
Yeah, it's just coming from a striking background. We knew Marcus McGee was already the better striker. Some people thought he was gonna take it down and get the sub, but that's why I didn't stress it on anything. I said, "Fuck it, we're gonna go almost 4 units on Marcus McGee money line," because I felt like he was pretty damn safe.
Yeah, me too. What was the?
Bastard,
Yeah, bro. Like I'll be honest, the Basharat fight is not worth talking about, or the lines in the sense that it was Basharat, the over, and the goes the distance. Basharat by decision. Those were the obvious and only bets to make. And like, I'm not trying to sound like a know-it-all, bro. Those were the obvious and only bets to make. Like, sometimes you got to just look at the paper. Like, put the tape aside. Put aside how you feel about a guy. No, this guy's got the kicks. Sometimes you just got to look at what's on paper, bro. And paper told you that Basharat was gonna win that by decision. Like, there was no need to even go tape it. Paper proved it, and I knew it.
yeah, the lines gradually went down on this is where you just look at the book and you say, "Oh, they know exactly what's going to happen." Farid Basharat minus 305, over 2.5 rounds, minus 260, and then just to touch Farid Basharat by decision was minus 150. Like that, that's a future little note right there. If you see something that obvious, the books are telling you exactly what they think is going to happen.
And bro, they're gonna hit that 99 out of 100 times. So you could play it going, oh, I'm gonna get him this time. Oh, my guy, my guy, my. No, bro, they're gonna hit that 99 out of 100 times when they're giving you negative money all the way to the finish. Bro, just move on. Like that's it. You didn't miss anything. If you could have played any, you didn't miss anything. They told you all the way to the finish, bro, how it was gonna happen. So, whatever. I just feel like that's not me being smart or me being a good capper. That's me being a sensible person. So, yeah. Go ahead, Daniel.
You're right. It really did all went downhill after the Waldo Nowoski fight. Damn, I didn't start weighing until the main event.
What was? Oh, the Weston Wilson fight was before this, right? I had to walk away from the screen for a second.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no. And the
I had
last thing
Weston
I
by
was gonna
submission, but Weston won by decision.
and the last thing I was gonna say about the Farid fight was just keep in mind that they gave us those odds, those negative odds, all the way down after he did burn people and get the finish in his last fight. A lot of people were on decision, and I'd like to see what the odds were for that last fight for Farid Basharat by decision in his last fight, but he got the finish. So they got burned and said, you know what, we're still gonna do the same thing. Let's just give them negative numbers on Farid by decision. But yeah, onto that Gene Silva fight, Weston Wilson. It's another one, minus 900, under 1.5 rounds, minus 350. And then, what's it called? Silva wins by KO, minus 225. Let me look down right here. Silva wins KO round one, minus 125. They weren't giving you anything to hit in this fight other than that round one KO.
So again, by rule, there's not like, and I'm not trying to shorten anything, bro, and I'm not trying to talk it over, but by rule, we've got to have a rule. Like, you can't bet against the book there, and there's really not much to review. Like, if you bet against the book, you lost, and that's 99 out of 100 times, bro. They're gonna win. It's not 6 out of 11. It's not. It's not. They're winning 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, bro. They're winning 70 to 90 times out of 100. 99, in my opinion, bro. They're going to burn you on that every time. They're saying negative money anywhere because they know you're winning. When you bet this, you're winning.
Yeah, so off to the big fucking parlay buster of the night. Tom Nolan versus Nicholas Mota. Shout out Daniel for knowing Mota was gonna win. Minus 365, Tom Nolan really kicked my ass on that 10 leg parlay that would have cashed if I would have just taken. And the smarter decision, don't take the minus 365 debutante. The book is telling you take the minus 280 under 1.5 rounds because he got stopped in fucking 1 round. Mota wins inside the distance plus 300. Mota wins by KO plus 325. And let me just go down here to Mota wins by KO round one plus 800.
Yeah, I called him and Nicolau parlay busters in the pre-tape. I said it was obvious, and man, fuck, I played, I played, I played against him anyway, and it fucking burned me. Like my initial gut knew right away, and I think if you go back and listen to the pre-tape space, I said Moda is the guy that bust parlays all the time. He's just that fucking guy, and everybody I think agreed with me. It wasn't like I was a genius. And I went ahead and bet against him anyway. I bet the train, big train, against his ass anyway, bro. And fuck, man.
YB, you had some?
Man, that was one of those fights where it's so glaringly obvious as soon like the second it's over, you're like, fuck, duh, don't bet the freaking new guy over this dude that's coming off a loss and has some sort of a name. Like it was just as soon as as soon as it happened, I wasn't even live in chat or on the damn stream. You guys had ruined that fight for me in the space because I was like 2 minutes behind or something, and you guys were like, "Oh, there we freaking go!" And I was like, "God damn it! There goes the parlay."
Yeah, threw that bitch out the window with the
I had to
Mo-
watch another like what, like 2 minutes or something to see my parlay die after I already knew it was gonna. Heartbreaking.
bathroom.
Oh, bro, we knew that parlay was, at least I knew it. That parlay was dead within the first 15 to 30 seconds of the fight. Mota comes out and just lands a straight right down the pipe. And Nolan does not seem to fucking react to it at all. He says, "Yeah, you like that? I'm going to let you hit me with three more straights right down the middle." And big guy, no defense, hands wide open, head right up in the air. I think I probably said it live on space, like, what is this? What is he doing? And it was over. There you go. Everybody. Vegas gets to win a lot of people's money.
Yeah, that was yeah, fuck. I'm not mad about it. It was damn, it just sucks. It burned me early. I was recouping after that for a couple of bets because I bet it big. I always, for some reason, bet bigger at the beginning of the card than the end because if you're winning, you can go back and add some more money to the end of the card. So, like, eh, it, I don't know. It fucking put me in the hole right out the gate almost.
Wait, you could do that while during the fight?
Yeah, between rounds, they let you get bets off if you're fast, and they open the books up for like 40 seconds sometimes. And then, yeah.
That's amazing. Man, I can't wait to start doing sports betting.
You don't bet?
No, Joe, I told you all my money's going towards my classes this semester.
You could probably afford more classes if you bet good.
No, no, behave. Get
No,
finish
no,
school. Finish school.
look, I'm not doing any sports betting without a steady income. Just
Books
not
ain't
now.
books ain't cheap. All right, Usman, let's hit this last one because I didn't even tell my wife I was hitting the space. I'm like, I'm gonna go burn the joint. I'll be right
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we'll go over this last one, and then I'm gonna break down the split strategy for everybody that is in the group chat because I think it was a great night for the split strat. So yeah, Van, I hope everybody took some of his minus 300 because we are not going to get a good line on him anytime soon if he keeps winning.
What'd you
We
pay for him?
I didn't even get to hit it, man. I was late, minus 300. And I was even dumb enough to say in the live stream, Everybody, make sure to get ready to live bet him
I got
after
him.
that first round.
I got him at 270.
Nice, nice. Well, I think I was telling you during the space yesterday that I saw that shit move from minus 265 down to minus 300, like right in front of our faces. And after that first round, he was minus 175, and I still decided not to bite. But round two KO plus 600, and Van wins by KO in general. We had some snipers in the group chat for sure because I saw a lot of us posting round two KO, round two KO. So that
Bro,
was plus
bro,
600, and then Van by KO plus 205.
bro. When Van hit, I knew Nolan was fucked. I'm like, I shouldn't have played them both. Shouldn't have played them together. Just like one of those no cap shit, just where you're kind of like, ah, fuck. Like you just know, like I'm not about to get both of these. Damn it! Like they're not both free money. I was not pissed. I just kind of had that gut feeling the parlay was getting busted on Nolan when he hit it. I was just like, damn. I bet this one ain't gonna go my way.
Bro, we those
Yeah.
spaces need to be more often. I was wondering like almost all of last year why we weren't doing more of the fight spaces. And I know you guys had said like I don't know how many times J Spec had his face, but that's not the boys, you know what I'm saying? That's like some that's just not the same
Well, yeah.
crowd. You know
Plus,
what I'm
you were
saying?
dropping a lot of bets, bro. If we're gonna watch live, it should be about dropping bets. Like, no disrespect to J Spec, and I would love to have him. I'd give him a co-host spot. He could record it for his stuff. Like, I like Rob. I've met him in person, but like I just think if you're gonna bet, it should be, or if you're gonna be live, you should be betting, and you know, whatever. Narco had a great space. I didn't see any reason to compete with Narco, but now that he's gone private,
Oh, this is true. I forgot because of the
respectful, bro.
Dub Club.
Even before he was 300 listeners, bro, there was a time when he was about 70 listeners. And I just said, you know what? He's got something good going, guys. We don't need to compete with that. Let's build our lane and leave that one alone. And now he's not there. So we got to do what we got to do. But, Usman, I got to get off the mic, bro.
Nah, go ahead, go ahead. Appreciate you. If anybody else wants a mic, feel free to just put your hand up. Last thing we're gonna go over here. Maybe we can talk a little shit about the fights coming next week. But for mostly everybody here is in the group chat. I always do the split strategy. Just a quick explanation for those of you that aren't in there. You go ahead and you look at the goes to split line for that the books give you. If it's plus 400 or lower, that generally tells you that you're gonna hit the over. And I've got the stats here for that strat, the plus 400, 2 for 2. That was for the Farid Basharat and the Simone Batista. Goes to split was plus 350, plus 350 for both of them. That's 2 for 2. That's 100%. You can't ask for anything more for that. More than that. Predicting the full card, 7 out of 11, 63.63%. I will be going over last year's stats right here in a little bit. Goes the distance. If you have a goes the distance line that's at a negative money, that's telling you that over is going to hit 2 for 2, 100%. Over 1.5s that don't fit the strat. I usually give a warning when I post that the split strat. 1.5's very, very, very risky. But like I said, we went 4 for 7. This is a perfect kind of card to read the strategy, and the strategy is going to give you the data. It's going to let you figure something out for yourself. We've seen the data. We've seen how it performs, but that's where you put your own fight knowledge into it. So, for instance, we lost on the Parsons, the Parsons, Waldo, Ankalaev, and the Miller fight. They did not they did not lose within the under 1.5 like the strategy says. But you got low level heavyweights. You know that's an over 1.5. YB take it. I'm choking out here.
Oh, bro, I was just gonna ask. You guys were saying there was a meeting tomorrow. What is there a meeting about? Are we meeting about meeting and talking about talking like Joe Sutton says?
No, no, nothing you got to worry about, brother. Appreciate you for being concerned, though. Sorry about that. I'm choking on fucking
I was just
air over
curious
here.
because y'all said meeting. I was like, what's going on? What you choking on, son? What you doing? You over there smoking? Pothead.
No, man, no. You know I quit smoking. I'm just choking on air over here. Um, but yeah, line flips. We had two line flips, dog to favorites, but semi actually closed as the dog again, so I'm not counting that one. That's 1 for 1 with Jim Miller. But yeah, as I was saying about the over 1.5s, always be wary about them when it comes to the strat. If you read it right, I mean, we knew Nolan and Mota wasn't going to go over 1.5, so that's a cash. We knew Silva and Wilson wasn't going to go over 1.5. That's a cash. And then Halls loves to get knocked out, and he does it early. That's a cash. So as I said last night, one of my homeboys cashed an 11 leg parlay just by reading this strategy, and it's right there. Like most of the time, these under or the goes to split lines that are under plus 400, they are going to go to the over. And the 1.5s are always the one where you got to just put a little bit more thought into. Looking back at last year's results, what we ended with was the ones that hit goes to split plus 400 and under. 67 out of 108 that were recorded that hit 62%. Predicting the full card using this strat, 127 out of 224 fights, 56.6%. The minus goes the distance, 48 of 73 fights, 65.75%. And then over 1.5s that don't fit the strat, 37 to 57, 64.91%. And for the line flips that I did start doing, that was added a whole lot later towards the end of the year, 7 of 8, 87.5%. So what I'll be doing is we've got our own coming in for 2024, so we can track how that record's going to go throughout this year. And then I'll also be adding it on to an all-time results table so that we can see just exactly how this strat is doing. But just off of 62%, 65% on that minus goes the distance line. Most of the time when we're getting a minus goes the distance line, that over 1.5 or over 2.5 is usually chalked as hell. But the way I see it is that's giving us some great security to parlay those pieces because I mean, according to this, 65.75% of the time is going to hit. So that's what I got for the ghost to split strat. The last night's was just beautiful. We want some to lose because it's easier to read, shall I say? The Hawes fight, the Nolan fight, the Silva fight, easy to read. Andre Arlovsky and Waldo, very easy to read. You know that's going to go over 1.5. So that's what I got for the split strat. Did y'all? We got a couple more minutes. Y'all want to talk about this coming week's fights?
Bro, if I that so I didn't really all I did, as you guys know, all I did was the $5 parlay for this week. Because I didn't really feel it wasn't a bad like it was an easy card or whatever, but I just didn't really feel like that was the one to really like do too much for. Even though we had a month, I just whatever, the fights don't exist until the week of in my head, whatever. But this card is one that I've been looking forward to. I am so freaking ready for the Drickus fight. Like the implications in that fight are I really think is exactly what we're gonna see for UFC 300. So I'm really ready for that fight.
Yeah, man. I am still like back and forth from going to be from being the guy that was out here, and I wasn't the only one in our group chat, but from being the guy that was really screaming that Sean Strickland was gonna win by decision and getting burned because he fucking beat his ass so bad that My dumbass only bet split decision and still ended up losing, not making any money off of that. And also being on Drickus, even though I fucking dislike him and dislike his style, I do not know which way I'm going to be leaning this way. I want to go Strickland because he should be able to outpoint, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one for sure. I'll probably be on Strickland's side though.
For me, it's all about the first round because you know what Drickus is like to in my head. He's like the 185 Terrence McKinney in a way because he like that first round, bro. You better fucking buckle up because he is coming at your ass with everything he has. Like you can tell he is crazy fucking strong. His technique's ugly, but it just does not matter, bro. He's throwing shit out there, and you gotta be ready.
Man, go ahead, D. Go ahead. I didn't see your hand up. My bad.
I'm also looking forward to the main event. I mean, compared to last time, I'm going to explain it as a visual aid. Do y'all remember on the Boondocks when Felice Johnson kept telling Mr. Dubois, "I want that booty," so Izzy kept saying, "You can't have my belt," but Strickland's like, "Oh yes, I can," and he beat him up and took the belt from him. So I think whatever DDP throws at Strickland, he'll just block because he blocked over 100 punches in that fight. So I just feel like this is going to be another decision win, but I'll be
Nick Six gonna
surprised.
be in his corner again, right?
Of
Who?
course, yeah. Nixick, Eric Nixick.
Who is he again?
Eric
He's
Nixick
the
is the head
reason he
coach
beat
for.
Izzy.
Oh yes, yes. Then I'd say yeah. Like I said before, Strickland will DDT DDP.
Man, for me, I don't know why I have so much confidence. I mean, I do know why. Without even looking at tape, just I know the way these two girls fight. I'm on Myra Silva by by submission all fucking day. I think that is going to be probably one of my bigger or more favorite bets of the night. Um, I believe Raquel Pennington is gonna have some trouble getting into space with the teep kick and the jab of Myra, and then she's gonna do what she does and go to clinch along the fence, and Myra Silva can get that submission up, like standing up against the fence. She showed it to us twice, and if it goes to the ground, it's very very dangerous for Raquel Pennington. What's up, D?
This is going to be an interesting fight. I mean, they are definitely opposites of each other. I mean, Bueno Silva's ninja choked Holly Holm while Rock Pennington lost against her. But I think this goes down to the battle IQ, and that goes on Pennington's side. I mean, I think she's seen everything. So whatever Bueno Silva throws at her, she'll see coming. That's why I say this fight also will be Pennington by decision.
YB?
Man, so for one, obviously, I am absolutely in love with Myra. Right? She's my ADHD queen. I love that girl. I wish I had a clone. I think this is a rightful spot for her, and I think honestly, I I don't know why I always since I saw D Baby do it the first time, this is one of those fights where I wish I had D Baby's bankroll because I would put 10K on Myra and not even fucking think twice. I'd sleep like a baby at night, knowing I was gonna hit that. Raquel's too old. Her style, like she's good and everything, but her style is like it's obsolete, right? Like what's the girl Andrade? It's like the same thing. Their styles just at some point the new people have to take over, and it's her time.
Yeah, and then to steal one of Joe's quotes, the John Jones effect. This is the Amanda Nunes effect. Like, Myra Silva's never even been in the same room as Amanda Nunes, so she doesn't get any of that negative rub. Raquel's got a loss to her. Raquel's an older girl that's been around for quite a while. Silva's been around for a good minute too, but she's new to the division. She's surging. She's got her finishes. I think this is what the UFC wants. On to the next fight. I mean, what the UFC wants is Mike Malone in his home country to go out there and put a beating on Neil Magny, man. Might be seeing a crazy ass chalky line for Mike Malone. I'm not looking at anything right now, but I would assume so. Neil Magny might play spoiler. I mean, I think it might be worth to put a couple of sprinkles on Neil Magny decision just because most of the time that's how he's gonna win. But you know what they want. Mike Malone got finishes. Let's see, one, two, three. All four of his UFC fights, are also including the Dana White Contender Series fight. They're all finishes, subs, and KOs. They want him to put an end to Neil Magny in his hometown. So there's that one.
That's
Parlay piece either
brutal,
way.
bro.
One that does bring my eyebrows up is that next fight, Chris Curtis versus Marc Andre Barrios. Like Chris Curtis, I just never know what's the deal with him. Like he's good for sure, and he should definitely be able to win this fight. But same thing, hometown. Mab is I believe he's had a little bit better of a career. Yeah, he's on a 2-fight win streak right now, and he's looked pretty good doing it. Um, he's not gonna get a takedown on Chris Curtis. We know that for sure. But yeah, not really too sure where to go with this one. Chris Curtis by decision, maybe Chris Curtis by knockout. Spoil the hometown guy. You got it, YB.
Man, so I don't like Chris Curtis, right? I, he's really cool. Like in person, I've heard he's cool. He's got the personality, like these things. He should be, in my opinion, like a bigger, not necessarily star, but he should have more fans. But he just has that bitchy attitude, bro, where you just like, he's a fucking liberal and he's on Twitter all the time. And I think he might have chilled out. I don't know because I've muted him like 6 times or whatever, did the unless thing.
He
I think
deleted
this
his
is a
Twitter.
spot. Oh, dude, that that's even worse, bro. He couldn't handle. He can't handle the light, and I think he knows he's on a path to get cut. In my opinion, at least. I can't even think of the fights he's had. I know he lost to Kelvin, and he lost to whoever it was he just fought. Oh,
Nasruddin Imavov.
Nazard, bro. I loved that fight because everybody that whole week was talking to. Oh, he's got the takedown defense, da, 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 da. And then Nasruddin just fucking picks him up and throws him on the fucking ground. I've got to go with MAB purely based on momentum, not liking Curtis, and I don't know. I don't know what you do with Curtis at this point. I really have no idea.
D.
Yeah, but Chris Curtis, I wonder about that guy, but I have a faster answer for that. I got the Canadian Marc Andre by knockouts, round one. I mean, kill Cliff FC all day.
Damn, round one. Actually, I mean, just listening to YB and looking at these records, I know I'm supposed to be doing this no tape, no study, nothing like that. But like, Marc Andre Barrio, he does very good when he's pushing you up against the fence. He might not even need a takedown to edge out a decision. The opener for that pay per view is going to be my favorite because if anybody knows me, I hate Avluev, and I'm always willing to hate on Avluev. And give me Arnold Allen. I don't care. I don't care anything else about this fight. Just give me a chance to fade Evloev.
I'm with you on that one. I don't care much for Masvidal either. Too much hype, and then he doesn't back it up. It just, I said it last night. These guys just got to go slower with their fucking careers, man. I understand you have a window, but Take some time between fights. Maybe go like 2 or 3 fights really quick in succession. Take the rest of the year off. That'd be something I would want to see more.
I mean, and Evloev, to be fair to him, does take his career pretty slow, especially since entering the UFC. But somebody who takes his career even slower is Arnold Allen. Dude's been in the UFC since before Reebok, I want to say, 2015. And he's just barely breaking in top 10, top 15 status. So, yeah, I like Arnold Allen. I would assume that we're not gonna get a good line on him. Also consider that he comes from a family that is very vocal about doing steroids. So, despite him saying he's never done them and never touched them, we know what the gist is. Brad Katona, Garrett Armfield, you would have to assume that they're giving the tough 31 season winner a leg up in this one. Garrett Armfield, not really much to like about him. I'm sure he burnt a lot of people in his last fight against Toshimi Kazama. I know a lot of people were hyped on Toshimi, and then the whole it was a Singaporean card, or was that that was not in the U.S. Where the fuck was it? Yeah, Singapore. All right, I know what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, he burnt a lot of people with that early knockout. I'm looking at Brad Katona by decision. Daniel.
Yeah, he probably says he doesn't, but Brad Guitar does look like he's been juicing. He's been jacked all of the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, that guy looked like he's been juicing. However, once again, I'm going with Kill Clip. I got Armfield KO round one.
Shit, bro. You know where everybody's training at, don't you?
Typology says everything.
Ah, okay, okay. You're on typology. Next one, Charles Jourdain, Sean Woodson. Jourdain, home country. They really don't give a damn about Sean Woodson. He's takes a loss, takes a win, takes a loss, takes a win. He is the 145 GM3 with less hype, no tape, no studying into this one. No matter what, I'm on Charles Jourdain. YB, you had your hand up?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, since Katona is coming off of tough, if he's a goat.
Yeah, he balls like a goat, man. Anybody that comes from tough, goat in my book. What's up, Daniel?
Decision all the way. The Sniper Woodson, just like Magny and Mozart, decision.
So you're on
I
Woodson
can't
by decision.
Yes, Sean the Sniper Woodson by decision.
I can't stand that dude, bro. He has killed two fucking parlays for me, dog. I hate that dude, bro. I had bet against him. No, I bet him one. I had his side once, and then the next fight, I bet against him because I was like, "Fuck him," and then he got me again, bro. I if I, if he doesn't lose, I don't know. Either way, neither side is going to my parlay because I can't handle it, bro. I'll have to be on some fucking medication if I keep taking him.
Well, why be? That's what snipers do. They take you out when you least expect it.
Yeah, I was gonna say stop betting against Mike Wazowski, man. The dude seems to kill everybody. Just because I don't know anybody in this next fight, Ramon Tavares, Seri, Sydney. I know we've seen Seri once in the UFC because of that damn name. Y'all want to talk about this one? Zah, you got your hand up.
Not my fault, but what's good, everyone? I just wanted to ask, did you go over the main event already?
For next week's card?
For this card that you're talking about right now?
Yeah. For 297, I believe it is. Yeah, we did, but you can go ahead and speak your mind.
Wait, who do you guys got first?
I am on Strickland. I believe YB is scared of Drickus like me, but is on Strickland as well. And Daniel, you're on Strickland too?
Yeah, Strickland, unanimous decision.
Okay, no doubt. I got Drakus.
All right, man.
Boo.
Nah, I would assume that a lot of people have faded Drickus on his way up. So you've been on the right side of history when it comes to his career so far. If you've been on him, so that's why a lot of us Strickland betters are shaking in our boots when it comes to it. I know
That's
Joe's
one of
feeling.
those fighters. If you caught early in their career, bro, him, Kamaru Usman, like certain people like that. If you just bet them every single fight, you'd be sitting on a stack of fucking money.
I hated him up until that Robert Whitaker fight, man. I was like, you know what, man? Rob's old. I can't fucking keep doubting Drickus because he does not look good while he does it, but he forces his way into a win. So I gotta stop doubting him. And I hit him for Robert Whitaker, man. So that's why I'm on Strickland, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried about it. B.
Not to continue on this damn subject, but bro, something about that nose surgery is like I had said it before the Robert Whitaker fight in I think it was MMA co-op probably whenever I was doing this, but it was like I had said so many times like, oh, he's got the surgery, he's got the surgery, he's got the surgery, and I remember so many people dismissed it. But it's almost like one of those storybook things, you know, where like it happens and it's like, oh well, he got his nose fixed. Now we don't know what he's gonna look like, and then he comes out and does that shit to Robert Whitaker. I think that is my biggest worry for Strickland because everybody assumes, oh well, Jerkis he's just gonna gas out, bro. Whatever gets to round 3 or 4, he's gonna be tired. Da, 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 da. He's not. I just know he's not gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind talking about this fight a little bit more. The next fight that we're going on to is Poliana Viana versus Jillian Robertson. So, if anybody got a little more takes on the strictest fight? We're all good.
I got one more thing just to explain why I got Dricus.
Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
So
Because he's cute.
how the fuck no? No, I just think the value you're getting for him because I just think he has more of an upside, and you're getting like plus money on it.
No, yeah, I mean, and we've seen not only in the Alex Pereira fight, we've seen Strickland get cracked. We've seen that he's a little more shaken and rattled in this fight more than ever. I know that's one of the things that I was worried about. Just Kendrick is get into his head, and can he take the center and start talking to him like he talks to other people and call him a bitch in the middle of the fight because he's not engaging with him and then get him out of
And
his
also,
fucking
we
mouth.
know Strickland's not.
Your shit's cutting out.
Who me?
What are you saying, YB? Yeah, your shit cut out for a second.
Check. You got me. You got me.
Yeah, you good now?
Yeah. Another thing I was gonna say is like we've heard Eric Nixick. Eric Nixick is a great coach. He's a great mind. But we've heard him say like, "Man, I try to keep this guy in check, and he's gonna do what he wants." So if Drickus starts pressing buttons and getting him to engage in a fight that he wants, it's gonna be a little hard for Eric Nixick to reel that dog back in, especially when we know Strickland has a bunch of emotions in that fight.
And you know, we haven't. I know I'm not gonna say he's not been training. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But we do 100% know he has been fucking around a lot during this camp. Like just 100%. The question is for me as well, other than the other one, is and Chael posed this question on his channel as well, and it's like, is he gonna be a champ that gets better with the belt, or is he gonna be one that just stagnates and is like, nope, well I got the belt, I need a money fight, head out the door? Because I mean, how many fights do you think Strickland's gonna get as a champion? Anyways, I mean, he doesn't seem like the type to go on any sort of reign.
We're
Yeah,
gonna see.
yeah, I agree with that, man. He does seem like he had one of those story upsets of all time, and just to pass off the belt to another person. Guess
Plus, he
who?
got that fucking money, boy. He has cashed out. Like, he's living a completely different life. I don't know how many people are like able to just deal with like I have this much money and now I'm fucking rich all of a sudden.
Yeah, just to put us back on track, that next fight that we were talking about, because we're going down, was Jillian Robertson versus Pauliana Viana. I think this is going to be another one. I will be hitting Marwana Silva by submission. I will be hitting Jillian Robinson by submission, man. Pauliana, we know where she's at. We know that she ain't getting much of a push by the UFC for a reason. And Jillian, she's from Tough, so she's a goat. She's moved down in weight, and she has definitely looked better than she was. But most importantly, Pollyanna's been subbed twice and has one, two, three submissions herself. Tends to go to the floor a lot, and that's just not going to be a good idea when it comes to Jillian Robinson. She wants to play the sub game with Jillian. She's going to get subbed. And yeah, I'm on Jillian all the way, Jilly Bean, and I like Jillian, but I've always been on the wrong side of her. I'll hit her when she wins, I'll fade her, and she'll win. So let's hope this is one of those times where I'm hitting her and she's winning. You got it, Daniel.
Yeah, same here. I'm definitely going with Jillian Robertson on this one. She likes to grapple a lot. I did have her by decision, but after going to the numbers again, I'm gonna pick her by submission round three. She does like to take her time. Like most of her wins are in round two, so safe bet she'll win by submission round three, the latest. And who else was it? Tavares? Yeah, I have him by knockout round one.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did completely skip over that Sarah City fight. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would assume a lot of people are going to be on Jillian and that submission line. Last three fights to start off this card: Johan Lainez versus Sam Patterson. That's another one where, like, hey, he got a Canadian. He has a little bit of power against somebody who's brand new coming into the UFC. Of course, we're doing this no tape, no study, nothing like that. But we do know Sam Patterson for getting knocked out by that Oshmosh guy in his last fight. And then we just saw Oshmos get pretty dominated by Duncan, I believe. If I'm doing all this right from just mind's eye, give me Linez to get a knockout in his home country. They're putting a little spotlight. They want Canadians to win. They haven't been to Canada in a long ass time. They want their Canadians to get a win.
Same. I agree with everything you just said.
Sweet, sweet. I guess that means okay, Daniel. I was gonna say we can move on to the next one, but y'all got y'all's hands up. Go ahead, speak up.
Yeah, first of all, I haven't heard the name Johan since an anime. I can't even remember the name. So the fact that his name is Johan, his parents must be anime fans or something. Clearly, they had high expectations for him, and he met those expectations because he's freaking fighting. But that's not why I'm picking him. Honestly, I forgot why I'm picking him, but I pick him by knockout round one.
Daniel, you're picking him because you have family in Florida and he trains out of Florida. I don't know where he trains
No,
out of, but
no. I think it's because of the name. I can't remember the name of the anime because Johan. That's something you only hear on TV.
young boy, you got it.
Yo, so I missed the Pollyanna fight, but I was gonna say, she's really sexy, and I think that's her problem because she's too petite. I was going somewhere calling her. She's too petite. Jillian, whenever she's in a fight, especially now that she's in this new weight class, bro, whenever she's bigger than somebody, she just fucking steamrolls and gets the grappling going every time. And then the next fight, I don't even know which fight you're talking about. I know you said Johan. Are you talking about Johan Lainez?
Yes, sir.
Who is he fighting?
Sam Patterson.
Oh yeah, go with Johan Lainez. Who the fuck is Sam Patterson? Who the fuck is that guy?
Agree, agree. And also, Jillian, they're listed at the same height. Jillian has a shorter reach by substantial amount, I think. 63, 67. Pollyanna in the lead, or with the longer reach. But I know what you mean, man. Jillian just, she grapples like she's a really big girl. So, yeah, Jillian all day. This I think this next fight might be the parlay buster slash hometown hero buster. They gave Jasmine Jasdavicius a fight in Canada after they haven't gone to Canada in a while. Jasmine has had a push, but she just lost a good fight to Tracy Cortez. And hey, the whole hair pulling into a head kick thing, you gotta love a fighter that is willing to cheat to land something nice. But she has the obvious upside here. She can grapple Priscilla Cachuera. Priscilla has shown huge holes in her grappling and the ability to be held down. But man, Jasmine Jasdovicius loves to get hit in the face. She just loves to get hit in the face, and Priscilla hits really hard. So this fight goes one of two ways. Jasmine gets on top and wins by KO ground and pound, or she's finally gonna pay the cost of letting that chin get touched too many times. I will be on the underdog here because I'm assuming we're gonna get a ridiculous line like minus 400 for Jasmine. I'm actually gonna look at that line. Daniel, take it away. Pass it to YB. I'm gonna look at that line real quick.
There's only two ways this fight's going to win. Either Jasmine wins by decision or Zombie Girl TKO round one. And I'm going with the Zombie Girl because of MMA Masters. So KO, TKO, Zombie Girl round one.
Just before YB gets in there, yeah, I looked at these lines. Minus 400 for Jasmine Jasdovic. It's a week out. So, yeah, you're gonna pay minus 400 for a woman that gets punched really, really hard, and she's not Asian or Mexican, so that chin can get cracked. Young boy, close it out.
Man, I think the UFC is so fucking slick sometimes. Like, they, I go back and forth, right? Because I think Dana's a bitch personally. I think he's a really cool guy, but whenever it comes to matchmaking and all the like the business stuff, he's kind of a bitch, and not even in a bad way. Like you got to be his business. So Tracy, I had a bet on. She was in one of my parlays. That same night she fought Priscilla Cachoeira. Norma Dumont fought Macy freaking Chason. Don't even get me started on that fucking fight. Norma was gonna knock her ass out, and that ref did not separate. Whatever. Um, I think the UFC is pretty smart. They're like, okay, well, Tracy held Priscilla down for fucking the whole fight almost. I remember seeing Priscilla, and I didn't even have a lot of info on Priscilla that night, but I saw her and she's got, I mean, bro, that girl is like the female Paula Costa. She's on more juice than he is, probably. They probably had the same fucking stack. Like, she looks crazy, dude. Like, her clit's probably fucking like a baseball bat. A baseball, I mean. Anyways, sorry to fucking go there, but it happens when girls take steroids, man. I don't know what you want me to do. It's not my decision. Uh, she's gonna lose 100%. Priscilla's probably gonna get cut after this as well, in my opinion. And I minus 400 though for Jazz. I don't know about that one. Maybe take it over because I mean she'll probably use the wrestling. She's not gonna bop her out and around. I say over 0.5 in that fight. Definitely go with Jazz.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Like I said, Jasmine has a very, very obvious way to win the fight. I just like to. I'm value boy come 2024. We're looking for certain spots, and I'd like to see that chin get cracked. I like Jasmine too, though, but you know how it be. Um, Daniel, I assume you have Tapology open, right?
I do.
Okay, do me a favor. Malcolm Gordon, Jimmy Flick. Which one of these is Canadian? I believe it's Malcolm Gordon, right?
Malcolm
Yeah.
Gordon is Canadian.
Everybody slammed Malcolm Gordon by knockout. And that's it. And that's it. That's the end of the show. Malcolm Gordon by knockout because Jimmy.
No, no, hold it.
Go ahead, Daniel.
In case you haven't noticed, Malcolm is on a 2-fight losing streak. Well, actually, both these guys are on a 2-fight losing streak. However, so Flick the Brick has never lost by submission. And that's why, and I say, the Brick submits Malcolm in the first round.
You're going Flick by submission.
Yes,
Oh, I mean that's the way he's going to win, and that's his only shot. But I mean, you look at you look at those two losses that Malcolm Gordon has, and they're against Jake Hadley and Muhammad Makayev, and he actually looked pretty damn good in that Muhammad fight. Did stuff one takedown. Muhammad's wrestling, despite me not liking Muhammad, his wrestling is way years above Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick isn't going to go to the ground. This fight isn't going to the ground unless Malcolm takes him down. And shit,
that
Malcolm was actually able to take down Muhammad as well. Um,
that's
give
the
me
way it
Malcolm.
has to be.
Hey, Malcolm Gordon isn't going to be the Canadian parlay buster, bro. No way, can't be. Jimmy Flick is like 96 years old, and he's already retired from the UFC once. Young boy.
I'm on the same side as Usman, even though in this one, this is the fight, bro. If because I'm on Malcolm, Jimmy is on the 2-fight losing streak, but he's 33, and there's no juice left to squeeze. Right? At some point, you got to throw the lemon away, and you got to grab a fucking new one. And this dude has come off a 4-fight losing or winning streak. He had all the hype he could get. He had the run. He retired. He came back. 2-fight losing streak. Malcolm's the younger guy. There's somewhere to go with him. Now, will he? I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a go. I'm not gonna say he's gonna do anything. Much after winning this fight. Who knows? But definitely got to go with Malcolm. The route. It sounds ridiculous. Round one knockout. I'll go with Usman, bro.
Yeah, I mean, which guy can stick around longer and can they use to build up names? It's not Jimmy Flick, man. Jimmy Flick needs to put up some sort of, how can I say it? He's got to do something to make the fights interesting for him to be at least one of those fighters is gonna prop up prospects. And he does not do anything. He gets a sub if he can, or he gets knocked the fuck out in very quickly. So Malcolm Gordon is the guy that they want to push, especially in his home country. That's it, man. That's it. That's the whole card. That's the pre-tape lookout for next week. We reviewed last night's card. Went over our bets. We killed it. Destroyed the card. Destroyed the night. Trace came in here to talk about him being up 20 units. I get to talk about me being up 7.5 units. That's it for the night, homies. Last minute plug, capmma.com. Go ahead and check out the website. Link to over 50 books. You can look at all the lines all at one time if you use multiple books at a time. You got sources on there, links to headlines, links to websites where you can watch fights if you don't have Fight Pass or ESPN Plus. We do shows Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday for headlines, Fridays for breakdowns, Sundays for reviews. We're working on doing live shows, live betting during the fights on Saturdays. And that's it, man. Appreciate all y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all for grabbing the mic.
Appreciate y'all too.
All
Better
right.
father.
Yeah.
Good fathers. Let's go.
Good fathers. Good fathers. You can
No,
hear
no,
my
no.
kids
You're
going
a
nuts.
better father.
Yeah,
I
because
just
I'm
gotta
gonna do.
ask one question to you guys: Is water wet?
All right, that's enough.
See you later, guys.
Better father because I'm a degenerate gambler. Later.